How long do wall-hung boilers last? This one's leaking flue gas in the cabinet right there, which probably caused this flat plate heat exchanger to fail, and it's leaking gas out of the venturi, all because that flue pipe is crooked. These systems can last a long time, maybe not 30 years like your old cast iron boiler did, but the number one reason they fail is installation error. So the good people in Navien sent me out a new heat exchanger, a new flat plate heat exchanger, a new venturi, and said deal with it. In the past, they've given me a lot more for a lot less. But we got into it. We're taking apart everything in this boiler. It's basically just be an empty cabinet. Basically, if you see a screw in this thing, take it out. If you see two wires connected to each other, unplug them. And then tell yourself the lie that you know where it goes when it's time to put it all back together. The heat exchanger is free, so let's take off these screws on the bottom bracket, and then we'll take the screws off the top bracket. This is the first heat exchanger replacement I've done in like 4 years, so I couldn't find a good video on YouTube of how long it was going to take me to replace it or whatnot. And you won't get that from me either. But I can tell you, that sucks to get out. That flat plate sucks. You have to take these screws off from the bottom, take these screws off from the top, take another screws off from the bottom, undo those two fittings. Ugh, it's wild. But replacing those 3 items in the boiler, and then the flue pipe, it took me about 5 hours. You might be able to do it in 3 if you do it a bunch. I'd still price it for 5, just in case. We gotta clean up all these connections, replace the O-rings. And the only thing worse than taking that thing out was putting the new one back in. The primary heat exchanger is not that bad. It's just big, it's a couple screws, a couple wire connectors, done. So we got our board back in, we got the heat exchanger in, and the venturi, and the flat plate heat exchanger, and all new flue pipe. So I hope this thing works. So now we start pulling out some equipment and start testing it. Before replacement, I had 17 ppm carbon monoxide coming out. Now it's reading 1, but it's 0. It's 0. Now we measure in the flue pipe, and it's burning perfectly. That's it. One thing left to do. Cover the old guy. They couldn't do it. And that's a wrap.